Peace, YouTube family. Come back at y'all with another YouTube. I'm not redoing that. Another YouTube video you did. Don't mind the wrinkle hoodie. This the OG 2020 Visual hoodie. This the first hoodie I ever made. So regardless of how it look, it might get marks on it, it might get holes, and I'm still gonna rock it. Just because of the energy it holds. It's the first one I ever made, you feel me? But I want to get right into this. Effeminate men and masculine women. Disco, yeah, we about to get into it on this one. I'm about to get comfortable because this might be a long video, I ain't gonna lie. Because I want to make sure I don't miss any points. So, as we all can see, what majority of, especially in my generation, the roles have reversed. The roles have reversed. And here's the thing, what we gotta understand, both sides are not where they need to be. It's not about pointing the finger on whose fault it is on why we're where we're at. We just need to understand and realize that we're in this situation together, regardless of who did what to get us here. You feel me? So all that, oh, y'all did this, but y'all did this, man, whatever, bro. Whatever, you feel me? I got a little shine on my forehead. I just left the barbershop, so that's why I got a little shine. But it's whatever, bro. Like, forget whose fault. We both had our hand into where we're at. You feel me? But I want to get onto the deeper levels of this whole effeminate men and masculine women topic. And I'm gonna start with the men. I always start because as a man, I hold accountability first before I point fingers or speak on any other subgroup. You dig what I'm saying? We've allowed the masculine principle or the masculine energy to be demonized or to be deemed as toxic or to be deemed as hyper masculine. So we got to understand that this was not only psychological warfare and biological warfare. And I'm mainly speaking toward the black community, bro. Because when the family households were broken up, that's when our demise started happening. Even during the racist times, you know what I'm saying? During the 50s and 60s or whatever, during those times where, you know, the whole racism thing was going on, we were still thriving as families. Like, family households were still thriving. It's when the racism really didn't throw us off course for real like that. Us integrating, that hindered our growth a lot, but the racism itself didn't really hold us back like that. As much, I'm not gonna say it didn't hold us back, but it didn't hold us back as much as our family household being divided strategically. We gotta understand this shit just didn't happen by coincidence or chance. This was a plan. This was psychological and biological warfare. Psychological warfare because they made masculinity seem toxic. They deemed masculinity as something that you didn't need. They boosted the woman's ego to where she believed the narrative that a man in her household or a man in her life was not important. You know what I'm saying? So with them doing this psychologically, we adapted to this into thinking, we adopted this as like the new norm. Basically what we're doing today, we adopting this role reversal as the new norm. Like, I be seeing dudes saying that they okay with their woman going out and them being the house husband. And look, to each his own, but me personally, I be in the state where I gotta do stuff. I gotta complete things. I gotta accomplish tasks. I gotta work on objectives and work on. I can't just sit around and just be lazy and kick my feet up all day and do minor tasks around the house. I'm not in my masculine energy. I'm not saying I can't help around the house. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, I want to be, I want to be in my complete masculine energy by doing the work that brings that masculine energy out. The whole thing with, you know, me personally, I can't get with one of my chick to go, you know what I'm saying, go out and work, and I just sit at the house and I do the house chore. I can't do it. I can't do it because I just feel like I'm not in my masculine frame. I'm not in my masculine energy. And when people hear that, oh, you're just saying that because that's what the society says you. No, that's my masculine energy. That's how I operate. I create things. I work on projects. That's how I tap into my masculine energy. You feel me? That feminine energy supposed to be protected. You don't really want that out in the world all the time dealing with and you, like, us men, we know what's out in the world, man. So it's like, me personally, I don't want my lady, my feminine energy out in the world with these toxic forces. You feel me? Let me take on these toxic forces. I just need you to be and to create that space, that, you know what I'm saying, that healing space, that loving space, and be that healing person and that loving person to, you know, be that what I need for when I come home. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. Cause I see myself and how I operate as a protector of the feminine energy. And that's the main reason why I'm making this video, is to kind of bring more respect. Well, I'm gonna make videos in the future about that, respecting the feminine energy. But to get back on task a little bit, on topic a little bit, I didn't really deteriorate, but I didn't really deter from what I was talking about. But I want to get into the biological. It's the amount of estrogen they've put into the foods, especially into these meats. You know what I'm saying? These guys don't understand why they're growing man boobs. And they say, oh, it's hereditary, I can't look. No, it's in the food. It's in the plastic that we use. Bro, isn't like... So that's why men as a whole become so docile, because they don't understand they're being tapped not just on a psychological level, but on a biological level. When you're being told that you operating your masculine frame is toxic while you're eating food that boosts your estrogen and lowers your testosterone, and you're not sexually disciplined, and you're a slave to your sex urges, we got a world full of docile, weak men. So just like that, you know what I'm saying, the forces that may be, you know what I'm saying, to that started this divide, they know the men ain't finna start no uproar, because they too docile and weak to see what's happening. You feel me? So, and I heard it was somebody, I think Rod Hayes. I think it was Rod Hayes. It was somebody though. I don't know if it was Rod Hayes, it was somebody. And they said the masculine energy is a protector of the feminine energy. So you don't want to be at odds with what you're protecting. And I totally agree with that. And that's where we're at with it today. It's just like, we're not only at odds, but we're on the complete end of the spectrum of where we need to be. You feel me? So not only are we arguing back and forth, it'd be a difference if we was having these debates and arguments and rebuttals about stuff, but the men were in their masculine frame and the women were in their feminine frame. We're not only at odds, but we're on complete ends of the spectrum where we need to be, and we're at odds. So we're in a double whammy, and folks out here worried about shit that don't matter. That's why I really be one of the people to see the writing on the wall. It's like, bro, y'all care about stuff that has no type of value compared to what we really dealing with. This is warfare, bro. if we don't get our community in line, we don't get our community checked, we don't get our family lineages and how we respect each other in line, bro, we won't tap into our greatness, bro. It won't happen. That's the bottom line. You feel me? And it's like men have became okay with being effeminated. It's just like I'll be disgusted. I ain't gonna lie. I'm 23 years young, and I'll be even looking at some old head. I'm like, bro, y'all disgust me, bro. And I understand age is just a physical construct. You know what I'm saying? You never know how old somebody's soul may be. You know, but it's just the fact that how, you know, some of these elders come off at you, but it's just like, bro, you're not even. I can see flaws in your game, but you know what I'm saying? They be trying to, and don't get me wrong, I listen to my elders for sure, 100%. But it's certain elders, they try to belittle, you know, the youth in a certain way, but it be like, bro, you ain't that great of an example. You ain't operating in your masculine frame. You feel me? So I'm the type, I can learn from everybody. I can learn from kids and the elders. But just make sure what you're saying is, you know, give me some real knowledge. And make sure your actions, especially if you're an elder, make sure your actions is what you're talking about. You know, and this whole thing about, you know, the like masculine women, it came from a point to where that feminine energy no longer felt protected. So it took a deep dive into the masculine energy. And like the masculine energy kind of overridden or overbeared the feminine energy, because the system that we live in is a patriarchal system. Capitalism, the U.S. is a patriarchal system. You feel me? So it's so many layers to this. It goes to such a deep level into how we were divided and why we were divided. It's not just about how, it's about why. You gotta understand, bro. We were divided for a reason, bro. It's greatness when we're together. Just keep it 100. When the black woman and the black man is together, bro, is like when they're vibrating on the same frequency, when they're in alignment, when they're in balance, when they're not in odds. Just think about it. When was the last time black men and black women were in odds? It's been a minute. I don't really remember the times that we weren't. But it'd be so crazy because like people don't know how to put their ego to the side and address the fact that, okay, we both fucked up. All right, let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, people egos be in the way, and it'd be annoying. I ain't gonna lie, I'd be annoyed out here, dog. I'm like, we could have been started getting to this problem, but everybody want to feel like, here's the thing. Everybody want to feel like their issue, what they went through, is more important than what somebody else went through, or that, oh, y'all did us worse than we did y'all, or yeah, we did this, but y'all did this. I don't care, bro. And I talked about this in a video about a year and a half ago, but I don't care. It's both of our fault to why we're here where we're at. Because we allowed the psychological and the biological destruction of ourselves. We weren't paying attention to the pieces that were being moved. And we went along with this, and now we're carrying out their agenda. We're carrying it out. We're carrying it out by continuing to argue, by continue to be combative to each other and all that. So when a man that is not effeminated within comes around, you know, that comes around to certain women, some pick up on that energy and it start to fall back in their feminine energy. But some are so stuck in trying to remain in that masculine energy because they think it's power. They've been duped into thinking that getting money and being in this system and you know, is power and being in your and completely immersing your masculine energy. Now, don't get me wrong, it's important for a woman to still have that component of masculine energy, and it's important for a man to have that component of feminine energy. But at the base, if you're a man, you need to be, you should be your foundation should be set in masculine energy, and you should be intertwined with feminine energy. As a woman, your foundation should be set in feminine energy, and you should be intertwined with that masculine energy. You feel what I'm saying? But it's reversed. A lot of these, some cat on YouTube call it soy boys. He called it the youngest soy boys. It's like they so emotional in the food they eat and all this estrogen. Their emotions be all over the place. They don't know why. You know what I'm saying? They be mad all the time. They don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a single parent household. You know what I'm saying? My mom. You know, and it was times where I look back and I realized, like, I would just be in my feelings or mad about stuff just because. You feel me? Because that balancing masculine energy presence wasn't there. So when it's only that feminine energy presence, and this is how they got us. This is how they got us. They got the man out the household, and they left the woman in the household, and they provided government assistance to where, you know what I'm saying? So they set it up to where, oh, we're taking the man out of the house, and now the government is going to be in the man in the house in terms of, you know, providing financial assistance. So the government duped us into thinking that the only importance of a man is financial assistance, which is why, you know, so many people accepted, you know, government assistance as a kind of like a replacement for the man not being in the house. Yeah, government assistance help, but it's like that masculine energy is past the physical. That's what we gotta understand. It's past the physical. It's past what somebody can give you. When that masculine energy isn't present, the household isn't balanced, because you have that one energy. You have that one person. You have that one woman. She has the feminine energy, and she has to try to tap into her masculine energy to try to be that both within one. It's just like it causes turmoil. It causes emotions all over the place, because you're asking a woman to be a dominant masculine presence, and it's just like that isn't her position. So we got genders playing out of their position and wondering why we, you know what I'm saying, we effed up out here. And this goes full 360 back to the guys, you know, not being, you know, grounded within their children's life. You feel me? So this whole thing, you see how the cycle just keep going back and forth to both sides. You know what I'm saying? The women being combative all the time, or the woman being combative all the time. You ain't really showing no dominant or masculine presence to where she don't need to be combative all the time. Your voice so soft. You ain't stern in none of your decisions. You ain't decisive in none of your decisions. None of your decisions you make in the real world shows your woman, you know what I'm saying, shows her anything in the household. And I'm not trying to put this all on men, but naturally I take accountability for me and the masculine principle and the masculine energy, because that's what I operate in. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do the whole bashing women. You know, they have their issues, of course. But how I really see it is how I see it like this. Men should be talking about and discussing their issues. Women should be doing the same thing. And we come together and we bring to the table, okay, we know we did this. The other side, okay, we know we did this. Okay, boom, we got that out of the way. How do we fix this? But we're so stuck on, oh, they did this, they did this. Okay, whatever, bro. So now it's been a trickle-down effect to, you know, from our parents to maybe our parents' parents, trickle down to us. and to even to the younger generation too. It's just like these women are becoming more harder. They become more hardened and more hardened, and these guys are becoming more softer and softer, bro. All they want to do is play games. All they want to do is be cuddled up. All they want is the lovey-dovey. I rarely see guys talk about trying to, work on something or build on something. I ain't saying no guy, but it be, and I'm speaking on my generation. It'd be rare. It'd be rare. You feel me? A lot of young guys oh man, it's weird out here. It's weird out here. But like I said, even in the older generations, it's so much combativeness on and trying to go against each other. It's like we need to be finding our steps on how to get that connection back. We got to get that connection back. And we can't get that connection back until we get back into our natural states of being and where we need to be. The women need to go back to the feminine side, and men need to go back to the masculine side, so we can intertwine these two. So the woman can be in her divine, woman can be in her divine feminine, and the man can be in his sacred masculinity. Once we get that in the black community, and everybody is accepting their roles, and nobody's basing their roles or basing their value based off of what this patriarchal system has, you know what I'm saying, established what value is, and a woman getting money is she the breadwinner. That's value. It's just like a lot of women have attached their value to something that this patriarchal system, this inorganic system, has told them that is valuable. But at the same time, the guys we've given power, and we've given attention and put on the pedestal what this system claims is value. But that's only because we have to be go-getters. We have to, be the providers. But it halters us. It halters us because a lot of women, like I said, they see what we see as valuable. They see that as valuable to them too. But it's like, it's different. What's valuable to us, is that today? That is today. I just got a message, my bad. So what we see as valuable to us, it's not valuable to them. Like they think what's valuable to us is gonna be valuable to them too. It's just like, okay, you getting money, you doing this, you doing that, but you're not peaceful. You're not in your feminine energy. You're not tapped into your intuition. You feel me? So it's a difference, bro. It's a difference, and until we can break away from these role reversals, and until we can stop embracing these role reversals, and everybody accept that, we're not where we need to be. And we can't get to where we need to be until we start stepping back into where we need to, into the energies we need to be in. You feel me? So that's pretty much it, man. It's pretty sad out here. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to really. It's sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad. Just to see this. Like I say, just to see what the state of men are collectively. Like, it's so many. I see so many docile men just going along with the flow of what society is telling them and just eating everything up, bro. To my all ages, it'd be so sickening. I'd be wanting to throw up. It's just like, how do we get to this point of being so docile, so weak, so accepting, so passive? So many men are so passive. You know what I'm saying? Don't take no type of active pursuit towards anything. You feel me? Not pursuing. It's you down bad. In the black community, we down bad, bro. Now it's don't get me wrong. It's a good amount of guys out there holding the fort. Trust me. It's some guys out there holding the fort. Believe that. I be seeing them. And the ones who holding the fort, Real recognize real. Real recognize real. You feel me? So trust. I ain't saying all guys. But what I'm saying is it's a lot out here that's holding us back on both sides. Women too. It's some women who trying to step into their femininity. It's a woman trying to step into their femininity. It's women who trying to tap back into that soft side. But it's a lot of women trying to reject it, trying to stay hard, and trying to, trying to keep their chest out, trying to have a dick measuring contest. And it's just like, eventually it's gonna come to a point where some of our community gonna have to get left behind. I'm just being 100% completely honest. I don't want to, but if it come down to that point where it's save your community and leave some people behind, or save everybody, or try to bring everybody in your community crash, give me option number one every single time, bro. I'm picking the community over individuals every single day. Because I'm already accepting the fact that, everybody might not get it or might not make this shift. Because in order for us to make this shift into our greatness, we got to get our masculine and our feminine back balanced into his divinity and back into his into his sacredness. You feel me? So I might make a couple more videos on this, but we just got to understand this is not just on a psychological level, it's on a biological level too. It's in the foods. It's in the products that we use. It's in all that. Y'all messed up chemically. It's a chemical imbalance. You chemically imbalanced. And you don't do none of your lifestyle habits are on the frequency to reverse these, psychological and biological war tactics. Your diet's bad. Don't work out. Watch drama TV, watch entertainment TV. Don't learn, don't read, don't meditate, don't have interesting conversations, controlled by a lustful nature. So it's a lot that's tied into it, and we just gotta get back to ourselves, man. So peace.